The immortal John Hancock here, and today I'm talking about a new Sega Genesis homebrew. This is published by Good Deal Games, and it's Cannon Fire Chaos. And the best way to describe this is it's a 16-bit version of Armor Attack mixed with a little bit of combat and something else. And so there's three different types of games. They all play similar on this cartridge. I'm going to take a look at this and give you my first look. Let's check it out. For Homebrew, it has definitely awesome packaging. Comes in a nice cardboard box, professional grade. The backside here, and the backside says, "Come join the battle with these 3 action-filled games: pilot a tank, set sails in high seas, or take on the Kursks." So yeah, it's essentially 3 games in one. 2 tank-style games and a ship-style game. It plays a lot like the Armor Attack arcade game. And so here's the cartridge, made of all new parts. Nice professional label. You know, for a homebrew game, this is pretty good quality. Full color manual. Manual's really nice, and showcasing some things in here. The manual has some nice things talking about the games. Simple control. 1 or 2 player game, so you can play it with 2 player. I'm going to show 1 player today. My son's asleep, otherwise he would be playing with me. So yes, that's it, and wanted to show that. Let's check out the game. Alright, here we go. Good Deal Games. GoodDealGames.com, and this is Cannon Fire Chaos Triple Threat, and this is a combination of 3 simple arcade style games, and they're each a little bit different. And there's Broadside Buccaneers, the Kursk Offensive, and Armored Warfare. And so I'm going to go with Armored Warfare. This is probably my favorite. And press start button. It's really important to go to information, and you'll get to know how to play the game as best as possible. And you go to info here. The objects on the level is to defeat all the tanks. You have to protect soldiers, and this is your staff. You need to guard it. You have to guard the eagle on each level, and you have to destroy the enemy's lair. And there's tanks, and so I'm going to go ahead and do a 1-player game. I'm playing by the way, I'm playing on the Gamers Tech Minigen HD. And what's great about the Minigen HD is that it can play homebrews. I really like that. And right. So you have so many tanks you have to take out, and you have to protect your base. So we have to take this out. I like that there's different terrain and stuff. It's cool. It's a cool little homebrew. And this is just one of the games that's provided on this card. There's 3 mini games on this. A lot of fun arcade action. I mean, if this was like in an arcade cab, man, I'd just love it. And so, yeah, it plays a lot like Armored Attack, but it's got like the 16-bit version of it. There's power-ups and stuff. There's, it looks like I just got another tank. So very cool. You can get this fortification here, which protects your base, your staff, or whatever, from enemy attack. So, yep, gets harder as you go along. It's funny that you get points. So it's funny. So I'm killing the tanks there, but I'm not seeing a score displayed on the screen. That's what's kind of interesting about that. So I'm taking out tanks here, but I'm not seeing a high score table anywhere, unless it's when I die. So yeah, I wanted to say this is the first game. Pretty neat. Alright, here's Broadside Buccaneers, and this is the ship version of this trilogy, and so it's pretty interesting. So let's go to info here. Info is a great way to quickly understand how to play the game. Okay, so there's different symbols on each map. Makes players' boat invulnerable to attack for a period of time. Freezes all enemy boats for a period of time. Improves a player's boats. Destroys all visible enemy boats, and a symbol that gives an extra life. And then objects on the level, there's reefs you gotta avoid. Defensive tower shoots in 4 directions. Ship, you need to guard it. Fort, you need to guard it. and the enemy's lair, destroy it, and the enemy will be defeated at the level. So let's check it out. And again, it's not a simple kill all the enemies. So yeah, your ship, which is in the bottom left-hand corner, that's my ship. You have to avoid the reefs and stuff. It only fires in one direction, so it's definitely hard. So it's all about, see, I just died. I got hit by an enemy ship. So there's a lot of maneuvering and strategy here. It's pretty fast. It definitely plays like a Genesis game. So definitely maneuvering yourself in the right direction. All right, got that. So especially with only firing on one side of your boat, it makes the strategy of this game pretty tough. All right, got that. All right, cool. So looks like I have like an upgraded unit here. All right, I got one left here. Oh! Got past the level though. All right, here we go. Pretty tough. Oh no! All right, got taken out. Pretty tough. Only got to the second stage on that version of the game. All right, this is the Kursk Offensive. And this is another tank variation of this triple pack. And go to the options here, and you can turn grass tile on and sound on, yes. And let's go ahead and play it. Plays a lot like the other versions, and there's different power-ups and stuff. And so here's your city. This is the city you have to protect in the bottom part, and you have to blast and you have to defend things. So you gotta avoid tanks here, and again you have to kind of blast through terrain sometimes to take out these tanks. I think I like the tank game better than the ship game. The ship game was a little bit it had a lot more strategy to it. But this is fun. This is just fun arcade fun. It's a homebrew. This is something. One thing I like about homebrews is that, you know, this is a game that's not going to be in wide distribution. This is something special you can include with your Genesis library, and then someone can look at it and be like, "Oh man, that's cool. What's this?" And you can show it to them and be like, "Yeah, you know." I hope that Good Deal Games makes more. I think that this game actually would probably sell decent. But you know, homebrew production is just that. It's hard to make these games. You know, being a publisher myself of small homebrew games, it takes a lot of time and effort, especially manufacturing these by hand typically, or assembled by hand. It takes a lot of time. So I just got a power up for my base. So there's a lot of different power-ups. This game, tanks look great. I mean, the control's great. Little simple control. Just a control pad and then pressing A to fire. And actually all three A, B, and C buttons are firing in this game. So yeah, definitely. It's fast. Definitely. Like many homebrews, this was made in limited production. There was initially 30 copies made. I do not know if any more are going to be made. However, the link below is an email address in which you can contact Good Deal Games to see if there is any copies left. And so I love showcasing these odd and limited in production homebrew games. I'm a big homebrew fan, and Good Deal Games has many other homebrew games that they provide on the website. I've purchased many things from them in the past, and they're a great site, and they have great customer service. Thank you so much for continuing to tune into my humble channel. I love showcasing stuff like this. This is awesome. I haven't done a Sega game in a while, so this is great. Thank you for continuing to tune in. Comment below what you think, and I'd love to hear from you. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure to click the bell and get notifications for me uploading many, many new videos all the time. Thank you so much. You folks are wonderful and beautiful. This is the Immortal John Hancock. Take care.